Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Con. Welcome back to RaceRoom, Racing Experience. It has been a while since we've been in here, as it's one of the sims that's kind of gone under the radar. It's one that didn't really come to the fore, with what's happening with the pandemic this year, the championships, even though it has the WTCR, Esports Championship, and the ADAC GT Masters Esports, as you can see in the background, and it's just announced the DTM Esports Championship. So it likes its tin tops. But yeah, it's a sim that's just gone under the radar, but it's had lots of improvements since I last played it. It's had lots of content added as well, which I added yesterday too, because they want to hop into one of these competitions. So as you can see, we got all the Esports Qualifiers. I probably won't try any of those because I know I'll finish quite low down. No, we've even got a Lada Esports Championship as well. But looking down, as you can see, we've got some of the competitions that are free to play. So this is where you don't have to own the car, don't have to own the track. You can just hop in and take part. So we've got like the Formula Junior around Moist Autodrome. Most Autodrome might make people moist, but yeah, most Autodrome. Then Singapore International Circuit, and we've got the KTM Expo RR, which is a car I've just added. And we've got the 1995 Mercedes AMG C-Class DTM, that's around Circuit Zolder. And then Group C, on the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, that's a premium competition, so I think you have to own the content then. The Lausitz Ring, which they've updated to 2020 specs, and they've got the GTR 3s around there, but we're interested in this. Motorland Aragon has, in this event, to kind of celebrate the Motorland Aragon being released, we've got a special competition. And after a long time, we can finally drive the Volkswagen I.D.R. again. As if you've forgotten what the Volkswagen I.D.R is. How can you? It's the best electric car of all time at the moment. It was developed for the Pikes Peak back in 2018. Romain Damar drove it to try and break the electric record, which was held by Rhys Mullins back in 2016 by his Drive EO PP100. But it didn't just smash that record, it smashed the overall record set by Sebastian Loeb in that Peugeot 208 T16 Pikes Peak. And it was the first car to compete at Pikes Peak in under 8 minutes, doing it in 7:57.148 with an average speed of around 150 kilometers per hour, 93 miles an hour. And then the following year, we've beat Pikes Peak. Let's head to the Nordschleife and try and beat that electric record, which was set by the Neo EP9 driven by Peter Dumbreck. And of course, it smashed that record as found around the Nordschleife. It set a time of 106.05.336 with an average speed of around 205 kilometers per hour or 127 miles per hour. And then it went to Goodwood later that year as well and set the record up the hill climb, being the first car to do it in under 40 seconds as well, setting it at 39.9, again driven by Dumas, all of these records. And there was a competition last year in RaceRoom around the Nordschleife to celebrate that record being broken. Didn't take part in that competition, but we've definitely taken part in the competition now. So the IDR will apparently be added as well to RaceRoom. It don't just be for these competitions. And this year as well, Volkswagen have announced there's going to be a second version of this car built, and it's going to try and take part a bit like the Porsche Evo. You remember a couple of years ago, going around all around the world trying to break these records. Apparently that's what this car is going to do as well. Well, the new IDR version 2 will do, trying to break some benchmarks all around kind of road courses all over the world. But it's an electric car. It has 2 electric motors located on each axle, and they combine for 507 kilowatts or around 680 horsepower and an insane amount of torque, and it weighs under 1,100 kilograms as well. So that means a 0 to 60 or just 2.25 seconds. And the chassis was co-developed as well by Norma, who are kind of hill climb specialists. You might see their cars a lot if they do if you follow the Pikes Peak hill climb. And Damar as well has won the Pikes Peak hill climb in a Norma chassis as well. He's a bit of a specialist up Pikes Peak now. It's Romain Damar and with electric vehicles. But we are going to try and end up near the top in this competition. So as you can see, 145.143 is the top. And as you can see on the right hand side, if you set the fastest time, you get a VIP trip to the WTCR race round Motorland Aragon in Spain in 2021. Again, another circuit that's been added to the WTCR. And in addition, random 15 participants will receive the Volkswagen Idr for RaceRoom free of charge when it finally gets released in the store. So that's my main reason we're taking part in. I would like to be one of those lucky 15, but I imagine I won't get close to this time. 140. If we scroll down, so top 50 time would be a 147.7. Top 100 time would be a 148.9. I think that's where we can aim for those times. But first of all, you want to get under the 1 minute 50 mark, which is just around the top 150 times set. And if we scroll all the way down, God, how many times got set? 568. So if we can finish in the top 500, I think. So we've got 158.3 to beat. So that is our target then. Let's get going then in this IDR. So here we go then for that round the Motorland Aragon circuit for the first time in RaceRoom. Let's show you around it. So be very cautious, try and make it round as the first corner much tighter than it appears when you're going downhill into it. And then basically flat through the right, maybe next right as well as you go slightly uphill. And climb a bit. And then definitely not flat through this left as you're immediately braking down into the next left-hander. And you've got the power nice and early. And then we've got another tight right-hander here. And you've got nicely over the curb. And then downhill now through the roller coaster, as I like to call it. As you go through the right, the crowd are loving it, beeping their horns. Going through the left, and it's so easy to run wide through here. Downhill, and then climbing uphill through the right. It's just flat, basically flat. When we build up, get more confidence, get more heat in the tyres, we'll definitely be flat. And then a blind braking zone into the left-hander here, past the famous wall. And then basically flat through this right. Because it's much wider on the exit than you think. And then you have to brake early here because you're going downhill through the right, downhill through the left. And setting it up basically for this long back straight. So this is not the exact same circuit as the MotoGP. Yeah, you may be thinking, Neon, it's similar at the moment. No, it gets extended, this back straight. This is kind of like the, I don't know, car version. So now we'll be turning left for the MotoGP. But now we're braking into a very sharp left-hand hairpin. I do prefer the MotoGP though. I don't like this tricky bit at the end here. But you go through the right, in through the left, and then across the line. We're not under 1 minute 50 yet, but we have beat 158.2. We're in the top 500. There we go. So that is that of Motorland Aragon. Just cruising round. Yeah, I'm not used to this. Like in the MotoGP games where I'll use like mostly engine braking to get through these corners. And it's a very different experience with an electric car. Let's try and get the power nice and early. Already a second up. So again, our target's to get under 1 minute 50 really. That's all too wide. There you go then. 1 2 further up. But I do like this Motorland Aragon circuit in general. You've got different layouts, so you can actually do the MotoGP layout. It's just the full layout. I think you've got a couple other layouts as well. And Motorland Aragon Complex. It's not just this, you get dirt as well around here. You know, it's conceived by Pedro de la Rosa. And then Herman Tilke designed this, I believe. But it's a decent Herman Tilke track. Yeah, the car's just understeer when I get off the brakes. Need to solve that a bit. Like I'm really trail braking here, so I need to get a bit better at that. Just trusting the car a bit more. So we go 2 seconds up, I can see. Yeah, definitely brake way too much for that corner, but yeah, it's been around for I think 12 years now. I think it came around in 2008, if I remember off the top of my head. Oh my god, that left-hander, it's way too tricky. I can't carry speed for the ride. You've got to remember that you can't carry speed for the ride because you're going left immediately. And you're downhill as well. And I know in the MotoGP games, the opponent's like doing a dive into that left hand. It's always a bit annoying. Yeah, I just need to be a bit more confident on the old brakes. Yeah, I do miss go just virtually flat out through a long left hand at the end of that, rather than this hairpin and then a bit of a flick uphill. I guess if you're used to driving LMP cars, like the Audis, the Toyota, the Porsches, you'll probably be able to drive this car really well because it's got that similar feel. I guess for the LMP2 as well in iRacing now, the IDR with the LMP2 and 3s in R Factor, like, if you're used to driving those tin top prototypes, you'll be pretty good in this car. I'm not, so it's taken us a few laps just to get up to speed in this. But yeah, this circuit's been on the MotoGP calendar for at least 6 years now. I think basically since Marcus has been in MotoGP, this has been on the MotoGP calendar. I don't know, it's just before then, because I remember Nicky Hayden getting podiums here on the Ducati. So it must have been almost a decade now this has been on there, but it's also been on the Formula Renault 3.5 or Formula Renault V8 series that used to exist. It's kind of a feeder series on the ladder to F1. It's held, as you can see, touring car races now. It's become a bit of a fixture, especially in bike racing, like on the CEV calendar as well in Spain. For the Junior World Championships. We'd love to see more series race around here. Like, it's maybe not the best circuit for overtaking for cars, especially, but for bikes, it's pretty good fun. So yeah, I'd love to see. I can't remember if World Superbikes go here. Yeah, maybe I'd love to see some, I don't know, F2, F3 round here. I mean, they've been to Jerez, they've been off book to the F1 series in recent years. As I said, we do have the history of junior Formula racing around here, so that would be nice as we keep going through that right-hander. So yeah, that could definitely happen in the future. I feel like it would be nice to see different series around here. It'd be interesting to see how the WTCR is round here. Looking very early here. So yeah, the main problem for me is just getting used to the braking with this car. Like those who took part in the North Schleifer with this last year might be able to drive this, get up to speed much quicker than I am. So here we go. Let's try and get like a 155 here. Try and close the gap. So that 150 mark we want. I might need to just change the brake bias. Again for that pushing on the brake. Oh my god, what the hell did we get there? We're still going. They got sausage curves from nowhere. Don't remember that being in MotoGP version, to be honest. But be honest, I probably wouldn't be taking the same line as I would on a bike. I'll be taking kind of different lines here in the car. Yeah, I don't need to lift through there, but I can see 3 seconds up. This is much better this lap. So I just want to accelerate through there, but just as you do, got the brake. A bit sloppy onto the back stretch, almost 5 seconds up there on all that. But let's see the top speed of this thing. As we climb to 150, 160 maybe? Not quite, 158. So we go across the line then. It's going to be a solid... Oh, it could be a 152 here. Just at the top 300. 152.5. So only 2.5 seconds off our target then. Or 2.6 I guess technically. Oh yeah, there's a sausage curve on the inside there, so you don't cut it too much. So now we've got a decent banker. This is when we start pushing in this car. There's still nothing quite like the RaceRoom sounds. Oh, we've got good ambulance here. I know we've not got much of an engine sound in this electric car. Well, that was a hideous car. God, we're allowed to get away with that. There we go, much better exit onto this back stretch. Looks like we're getting into the 51s already. There's only my 10th lap, I think. We're 15 minutes into our hour, so it'll be our 7th or 8th lap. Oh no, car, why? That hairpin is so tight. So much tighter. Now the next lap doesn't count, so let's skip forward. Oh, I think I learned a bit on that lap. We're close to the 150. It won't be... That's an unofficial 151 we've just done that. Yeah, discovered a couple corners where I can take them flat out, or close to flat out now. That corner, definitely flat out. It's braking deep then, at like half a second up already in the first sector. Definitely learn to kind of rotate off the brakes as that's a bit wide. Kind of rotate off the brakes a bit better. And then adjust the car a bit more now. I mean, this has got insane downforce, insane power. Got to trust that. Well, I won't say insane downforce, but incredible power. I can't wait for the version 2 of this car. I imagine it's, being more purpose built for this circuit racing, go around circuits. Because the initial version was just built for Pikes Peak, for a hill climb, and then they made the long version for the Nordschleife as well. They go easy for that. Alright, we have a problem there. We're going to head back to the pits, see what we can do with the setup. Alright, we can't actually mess with the setup. This is just default. Apart from that, maybe. I know we can mess with brake bias. That's about it, though. And it's like, so... Maybe set those brakes so they're quite far. Have it a bit even. Got brake pressure at 100. So I've got 54.46. That's quite a lot in the front. Maybe 55.45. As you can see, we've got kind of a difference between our laps. So top speed 158.3, better use, max RPM. But yeah, that time 150.8, so already a second, less than a second off. Oh no, the front understeered. God damn it, already. Oh, it's done it again. It's run wide there again. Come on. And he braked really early. But just understeer off the throttle though. Off the brake. Oh no, car. Oh, I do love you electric cars, but I'm rubbish in you. The same with the Formula E cars in R Factor 2. Oh, it's alright with these, the hill climb cars actually, and electric cars in V-Rally 4, which is the first time I actually drove this car. Oh my god. What is with that corner? Oh, here we go. So we've done around 30 minutes, so we're halfway through our hour that we've given ourselves. And I've gone back to the default setup with the 54.46 brake bias, because even though the braking's improved to 55.45, just getting off the brakes and that understeer means we can't even set a frickin' lap time, so... Going back to what we know and like... As why are we not setting a lap time here? So half a second up apparently. But yeah, I first drove this car in V-Rally 4. Of course, it wasn't really realistic. It was just incredibly quick. Was the car, but I did quite enjoy the electric because they had mostly electric hill climb cars in V-Rally 4. And I was kind of getting used to them in V-Rally 4, but then in proper sims, still can't get used to it, as demonstrated with this video. Like I'm too engine sound dependent. But I'm not really hearing the brakes or any difference as well off this car with the ABS. And their traction control as well, getting out the corners. Like, you're not very hard to spin the cars unless you're in the gravel. So you know, there I can actually get the car back round, even though I was trail braking right through the apex as well. So that's a 151, I think. Yeah. Oh, it actually does count. 151 too. Okay. Oh no, why? Why did you push the left-hander? As I say, it always does that in MotoGP. And it's done it here as well. Even though again we braked early, we just did not turn or rotate. Oh, why is that a cut? I was just going over the curb. What? Oh, what? We're not allowed to hit that curb either. What? We'll go again it now. Just this tricky section. Oh no, come on! But this corner we've been messing up, this hairpin. Because there's a long braking zone, it's just getting off the brakes as well. Oh, come on! 1.5 seconds up! Here we go, we're getting that almost mid 49. Just got to survive this hairpin. And we've done this. Just have to survive the hairpin. Are you kidding? We've done a low 49 there. No, that didn't count. Alright, here we go then. Just got to survive the damn hairpin. Remember that, hairpin. So we got almost a second up already. Didn't quite pick up the throttle that well on that occasion. Still second up. This will do. Tried to understeer us into the gravel there. We're still a second up though. We're still roughly on target. But again, let's see. Oh my god, we made it through. Oh, run right in the next corner though. No, that's our drive. Let's head towards the line. No, it's going to be a 150. Well, we can't get much closer to our target. So we go then. We've got around 5 minutes or less than now with this lap not counting. Let's see what we can do. Oh, understeer wide there. That was abysmal. Not the best first sector, I don't think. No, it says we're up on our best time so far. Good exit from the roller coaster. We're making sure we don't run wide on the exit there with that slight lift. Go, 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 go. Pathetically so through there, but we're still 2 tenths up. Come on. Just this damn hairpin to go. Oh my god, we didn't even run wide on the exit. This might be it. Right at the end. I think we've done it. There we go. 49.6. We're not abysmal. We're just a bit dreadful at this. So let's see, with this extra that, we can beat our time. So pretty close at the moment. But my main problem is like the braking. Like I just cannot get used to the braking with this thing. With like no engine brake in the hell. Just not quite on top of it. So we must run massively wide. So there we go. We set a 49.6 in the end. It won't send us to the WTCR, but hope he might get us an IDR. So yeah, we totally shit the bed. Hi crowd. I don't look very happy to see us. So that's our final leaderboard spot, as we're 4.5 seconds off the pace, 133rd in the world, with our 49.6. What was top 100? 48.9. I don't think we get 48. So I think the best we did was like low 49, so probably around here. So it could be like top 110, but I'm not sure about top 100. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed some more RaceRoom. As I said, there's quite a lot of content in here. Like, it's a free-to-play game as well, so as you saw with like competitions we showed off earlier, you can just try out some cars, try out some tracks. You don't necessarily have to buy anything. That's what I didn't do for like the first like year of me playing this. I was into some competition. Then I started to get the content like the 2013, 2014, kind of all the DTM and ADAC stuff that they were started to release. And yeah, now I've got most of the stuff. So yeah, I definitely show off some more. Like if this, I think this could be like really popular RaceRoom. Maybe it's just a bit more organized because it's got so much content, so much tracks that you don't actually see in other sims as well. Like it's got quite a few unique tracks, and it is just mostly kind of online now. Like you got the ranked online. If I go back to the game, as you can see, you got your ranked online here. So you got DTM 2016, you got GTR 4. Got WTCR 2019 and then Formula Junior as well, and then you got the endurance race with the DTM 1992 rounds older. So that seems to be what it is now, is more ranked online and be very competitive, like R Factor for instance, or even like Set of Course or Competizione now, with some content releasing but mainly being like the esports for the GT World Challenge. And it's interesting, but with such varied content, so much, there in the game, if it just had a bit of a single player, because you got the single seater ladder, you got touring car throughout the whole of the years, not just DTM but the world touring cars as well. You got the ADAC as well. You got Group C. You got all of these like Group 5, all these 70s and 80 cars as well. Like, if there's just some kind of structure to the single player, it would be pretty popular, I reckon. Just like they had with Race 07, did old Simbid, which became, Sector 3, which does this now. If it's just like that, like, it'd probably be more popular. But yeah, at the moment it's just like an online thing now. It's all just competitive. And yeah, I think they are missing out a bit, RaceRoom. But I'll show you off some RaceRoom goodies the next couple of weeks and months and years as well, as long as this keeps going. Like, there are some interesting cars though that try out, and as I said, some different tracks to try out as well that are not in every sim or game out there. And also, I didn't actually realise the Volkswagen Idr as well is in Forza Horizon 4, so I might have to hop in Forza Horizon 4 to see what it's like in that, in a totally non-sim game. And also an Asphalt 8 Airborne. I don't know what that is. I guess that's a mobile game. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed some dreadful driving. I'm glad we did it in the end. Right at the end of our hour, we managed to get into the 49s. But yeah, let me know if you've done much better as well in this competition. And as I said, I've recorded this on the Thursday. I think it runs till the Sunday or the Saturday. So it runs till the weekend. So yeah, you definitely still got time to hop in and set your times. I think it ends Saturday. Midnight Saturday. Thinking of 2 days ahead. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.